Ellen Butts, and I served as the account liaison for a group for BLPR. So we are here today to bring you through our process of uncovering VR. So you know Breck's mission, we all read it a million times, but our understanding is just that y'all serve as the main advocate to promote Baton Rouge and everything about the city and cool opportunities. So y'all have a good relationship with the local media. You know, the media wants to cover exciting, cool stories, so you might not be in there all the time, but when you are, I know that you have a good relationship with the Baton Rouge Business Report. Y'all also have a good online presence. You have a Facebook, Twitter account, as well as the Creative Capital of the South accounts. You'll also have LinkedIn and Google Plus for more professional networking. So although y'all have a great presence with the media and online, you know, there's always room for improvements.
Hello, I'm Reagan Sobiesk. As the design director for Reveal Public Relations, there was a lot of thought and process that went into these strategies before we developed the design and overall layout of our presentation for you. So we looked back at the strengths and weaknesses of BRAC before presenting our design. What we found that was extremely vital to the success of BRAC is the relationships, not only with investors, but also with the community. Being abroad with the community and having a great relationship so that people can focus back and see an actual picture behind the brand and behind the image of Baton Rouge Area Chamber. Also, with the use of social media outlets is a great way to have access and get to the target audiences through social media to show them the creative capital of the South and all of the aspects that Baton Rouge has to offer. That also coincides with a few weaknesses that BRAC has, especially with the lacking of advertising and reaching the people that we want to come back to Baton Rouge to see what Baton Rouge has to offer and what they can expand and see more of in the future.
Hi, I'm Alex Fish. I served as the writing director for this project for Reveal Public Relations. And we found several opportunities and threats to BRAC as we were doing our research. The biggest opportunities that we found lie in the expansion of the real estate industry, both commercial and residential. They obviously need people to come in and fill the spaces that market is expanding. We also found opportunity in the digital film and media industry. That's creating a ton of new jobs, and there's opportunity there to pull people in to the area. And while y'all have done such an awesome job at expanding Baton Rouge's business industry, there are some threats to the area. There are competing Gulf Coast cities like Birmingham and Austin and New Orleans that might serve as being more attractive to young professionals as they're, as we're graduating and leaving our university towns and everything. And then also the lower income neighborhoods in Baton Rouge. We have such a beautiful downtown area, but there are some sections that as you drive through may not seem, people may not seem too crazy about moving their family into that area.
So, some solutions to some of the weaknesses and the threats that we saw when we were doing our research. We chose to reach out to the younger audiences and also the middle-aged audiences, the younger being the 20 to 29-year-olds and the middle-aged adults being the 35 to 45, because they have a steadier income, they've got families, and they can contribute to the economic growth of Baton Rouge more so than a 20-year-old just coming out of college. But, so our plan to reach those audiences was Scavenger. And
Okay, so our main promotional technique was through the use of Scavenger. We all know what it is by now, but geolocation, mobile game, and application. So with the gamification, people can check in places, connect with other users, earn rewards, and stuff like that. So as you can see, we went on our actual trek. The theme was to uncover VR. So we wanted to find, the old, nostalgic, traditional places, as well as new and upcoming opportunities. So our first stop was at Frost Top Restaurant. It's Government Street, has an old diner feel with, hamburgers, milkshakes. And the challenge there was to take a picture with the giant root beer mug. So that's me with the root beer mug. So stop number 2 was the Shaw Center, which was also featured in the Arts and Culture. But it's built in 2005, really cool building. Has the LSU museum there, has the Manship Theater, which hosts plays and different movie premieres, etc. And last week they hosted some of the Baton Rouge Blues Festival events. Also the challenge there was to name what restaurant's on the top. And so we all know, Tsunami, the cool sushi restaurant at the top, has a cool swanky big city feel with really awesome views of the Mississippi and everything like that. Third stop was the Old State Capitol. Have some history in there. Really cool building. Now it serves as a cool museum inside. And the challenge there was a history challenge, asking specific questions about Huey Long, and there's a gun in there that actually killed him. But anyway, so you named, who the gun, whatever, anyway. I don't know, it's kind of more of a challenge. Anyway, so our fourth stop was at the USS Kidd. And so we decided, how many other cities have giant ships downtown. And so we thought that was a really cool element, and also just respectful towards, the armed forces and everything. So we thought that was a cool challenge. And the fifth challenge was at Fleur de Lis Pizza. And so I'm from Baton Rouge, and I know my parents both went to LSU, and so they've been eating at, Fleur de Lis forever. They love the round the world pizza. They still get it. So I thought that that'd be a cool challenge to incorporate, since it's been a good staple eatery in Baton Rouge.
All right, as we continued our trek through Baton Rouge, we also looked for more places that had that nostalgic feel and that new aspect. So we also went to Circa 1857, which is located near the Garden District. We wanted to bring people here because it has a variety of things to offer both our young audience and our middle-aged audience, because it has that great little location right there in the Garden District with a restaurant right next door called Yvette Marie's. Great aspect, great community around there. And for the families, there's a school right around that neighborhood. Great opportunities for local businesses throughout the area on Government Street. And our next stop was also in downtown. It was the Town Square. This place offers events every single day for people to join to. And our challenge here was to say what you thought was the best part of our town square. And there's all these things about greenery and the events that are held there. Live After 5 is there. So that's really fun. We want to bring people there because that is the center of Baton Rouge, and people tend to overlook the downtown area of Baton Rouge. We really wanted to focus on downtown. And then we went back to our roots, back to LSU campus. We first stopped at Louis Cafe, which has been here since 1941. And our challenge here was to order, I never knew this, but to order the craziest shaped pancake you can order and take a picture of it. This is just a fun way for people to get interactive with the community and with a place that has been around Baton Rouge for ages. And then we went to the Baton Rouge Beach. Our challenge here was to take a picture using the exercise equipment. This is just a way to get people outside, see the opportunities that Baton Rouge has to offer outside rather than inside. And then our final stop was Mike's Tiger Cage. Who else in the world has a 500-plus pound tiger on their campus? We really wanted to show people that LSU and Baton Rouge is unique. We have things to offer that no one else has, and so that's what we wanted to attract to you. So personally, I have lived in Baton Rouge just as a student for 3 years, and through this trek, I've learned more about the area of Baton Rouge than I have throughout this entire time. It was just a great way to get out there and see what else Baton Rouge has to offer outside of campus, and to learn new aspects that I never knew before. The effectiveness, we feel that will really attract those social media-driven, obsessed people that are in our target audience today. And the reward of a discount on the wrap luncheon will really relate and really attract our target audience to do and complete this trek.
So to help promote Scout get out into the community. The first one that we made was the postcard. The postcard it's small, it's easy for people to just grab. We're going to put it out local businesses and things like that. And it provides step-by-step instructions as to how to use Scavenger. Not everyone, it's easy to use, but not everyone is familiar with it. The second one that we made was the flyer. We wanted to keep that just as a simple promotional piece, so it's easy to read. It's got some nice visuals. It just has information about Scavenger, but it's not quite as detailed as the postcard. The third one that we created was the newsletter to mail out to people, and this really describes the partnership between BRAC and Scavenger and kind of what they're doing, where they're coming from, and also just more information about the actual trek and some of the stops that are on the trek. The fourth deliverable that we made was the news release, and this is targeted to various media outlets in the area. We wanted to, it's pretty much the same information that's in the newsletter. It's pretty detailed about the partnership between BRAC and Scavenger and what's involved, some of BRAC's history and how they've come through to today and what they're trying to do to promote Baton Rouge as the creative capital of the South.
And some other deliverables we used were obviously social media. That was huge, especially with Scavenger, because it is a new social geolocation based on that. But we made the Twitter handle Reveal PR, which was our group's name, and we followed certain news media outlets, as well as we followed you, Creative Capital of the South, BRAC, and then we just tweeted about our treks, and we posted pictures, which we thought was crucial because then people can see everything that we're doing, and really be like, oh, I want to go there, that looks really fun. And then, of course, the hashtags to generate more conversation. Then we made the Vine, which is probably one of the newest social media platforms that we know of, and we made videos of just us doing each thing, and we put them onto our Twitter. So not only were there pictures, but there were videos. And we also did a social media release to create more of an online presence. And we talked about the Vine and the Twitter. And then we also put videos of how to use Scavenger and about BRAC and Creative Capital and stuff. And the media advisory was just the who, what, when, where, how of Scavenger, just to send to local and regional and national news outlets to tell them exactly what we were doing. And hopefully they would pick it up, or the people that we follow on Twitter from the Advocate and the Reveille would see what we were doing with our videos and pictures, as well as get this and recognize what we're doing.
Okay, so for future mobile promotions, we decided it'd be really cool if BRAC utilized Instagram. People think of area chambers as kind of being, traditional, not too exciting organizations. So we thought if you utilize new, upcoming social media outlets like Instagram, you could really reach that younger audience. So, on Instagram you can take cool pictures of different buildings around, different events, make cool filters, use hashtags, create that conversation. We also thought it'd be cool if you used QR codes. And I don't know if everyone knows what a QR code is, but it's basically just a barcode, and you download an app on your smartphone, and you can scan those codes. And basically, you can put them on your, flyers, brochures, anything that you actually hand out. And when you scan it, anything can pop up that you want. It can bring you to your website or bring you to, cool facts, whatever you think would be the best. So those are our suggestions.
Continuing with mobile promotion real fast, I just wanted to go back to our design of the theme for our trek, Uncover Baton Rouge. We used the magnifying glass, which is on your handout, to show that there is some mystery still behind Baton Rouge, and so that we wanted you to find that. Real quick. All right, so for future PR efforts, we really wanted to think back to see where are those young professionals, where are they, and how can we reach them right here on campus. There are 30,000 students here that are going to graduate, hopefully and eventually, and those are the great people that you need to contact with in order to have them stay in Baton Rouge, really tell them what Baton Rouge has to offer professionally, and for those if they're going to raise a family here in the future. So So in order to do that, we were thinking of maybe hosting events on LSU's campus more frequently throughout the semesters. Having a presence at our networking events, especially at the Manship School, and also with our our business college and engineering schools, showing them the different aspects of occupations that Baton Rouge has in our area.
What we've taken away from this service learning class, I know most of us were kind of scared of the experience. Service learning usually isn't something we're super crazy about, but we've really gained super valuable experience working with BRAC throughout this semester. In class, we learned professionalism, ethics, writing, and communication, and we've been lucky enough to be able to apply all of those concepts in a real-world setting, while also learning how to meet the expectations of a client and help deliver them with a plan to help expand their business.
All right, so thank you, Julie. We really learned a lot, and we hope that we helped with Scavenger promote our Baton Rouge as the creative capital of the South.
Thank you.